Mark Abramson, Senior Watershed Advisor with Santa Monica Bay Restoration Foundation. We're here for this week's Malibu Lagoon Update.
Right, we're creating what we call microhabitat, where you don't want the whole thing to be uniform, right? Like you want it to be more nooks and crannies, more nooks and crannies.
More natural,
and that gives it some areas where water can, collect and seep in.
Right.
And so you'll get ponds there, and you'll get a different type of vegetation there. So we just try to make it so that there's a bit of irregularity to the surface.
Okay.
So it's just not so uniform.
And the bulldozer is actually creating that.
Yeah, so you see how it's smooth graded. Now he's coming back in and just punching little divots in there so that we have, again, some microhabitat. So
is it just more effective for a bulldozer to do it?
So he's getting about 6 inches of depression, 3 to 6 inches of depression. It's not, you don't get the same pressure every time. You get different hardness in the soil, so you get, it gives it more irregularity.
Right.
So we want something that's more random.
Right, and then that tree back there, wait, let's try to get the tree here. So this tree in the background is just going to stay the way it is. What is it from the original lagoon?
Yeah. Those were the trees that were over there that they pulled out.
Okay, so they pulled out the trees that were over there and they're laying them down sporadically, more than one?
We have 3 trees going into the western channels and 1 tree slated to go in over by the Adamson.
And they don't actually get planted, they actually just stay there and just kind of conform with the environment.
So we anchor it into the ground there. We use boulders and strap it down so that it can't move.
Right.
And then you'll notice it's got a root ball, so water will kind of make a little habitat area around the root ball.
Right.
And then the top part will be out of the water, so birds will have areas for roosting. That's why we use the whole tree.
Nice. Okay, that's great. Okay, so that's the main channel, and it's going to connect how?
Over here, back to our main channel as it goes through to the
I see.
Right, so those two will be connected when we remove this road.
Okay, and here's the boot.
Here's the boot.
There's our favorite machine.
The water drains.
Yeah, it looks really bootish.
We suck more water out of it.
And all the birds are happy.
They love the island. Wait till we vegetate it. They're really going to
love it. Okay, so this is, what are we walking on right now?
This is just a temporary construction road.
Okay.
Right,
so this won't be here.
This will not be here. Right, you'll have...
Wait, hold on.
It'll blend into that landscape right there. You can see where the toe of that comes out.
Right.
This whole, what we're standing on and just walked across will be completely gone.
Right.
And this channel, you'll have the low part of the channel connect right in through here.
Right in through here. Okay.
Yep, and straight out. And
got it.
And this all becomes part of this island. We're using this to connect the channel so it makes it easier for us to pump. But this island will actually gradually come down to almost to about 2 or 3 feet below where we're standing.
Okay, got it.
And connect in.
And go in through here. Okay, got it.
And then here's our other tributary. You can see here where he's working, where that little swamp cat's working.
Yeah.
He is in our secondary tributary.
Right.
Then we have our Y.
Your Y, I see the Y actually.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
The Y is done.
The Y is done.
And then here is the channel that goes most towards the colony.
So here's the other tree.
Yeah, and you can see
here's
that's
the channel.
Drain from the colony road straight ahead of us.
Yeah.
So that'll be the only drain that will now be coming into the lagoon. That's City of Malibu drain. It gets diverted into Legacy Park during certain flow regimes. We'll hope to maximize as much of the flow and divert as much of the flow as we can so it doesn't get in the lagoon. That gets diverted over to Legacy Park and then goes to the treatment facility on the corner of Cross Creek and Civic Center Way.
Got it.
So and then this tributary it comes in right, it all connects right.
Right, yeah, I see right there in the middle somehow. Yeah. Okay.
Kind of where the point of that thing is.
Right, I see.
All the tributaries will connect. connect right there.
All their tributaries will connect right there. Okay, how's water treatment going?
Great.
Always.
No
right?
issues with
I
water
got last
treatment.
week's reports, and I'm putting those up too. So tell me, are we on schedule?
Yeah. So far, we're doing pretty good. They're starting to work the forms for the interpretive stuff. You'll see that when we get over there.
Okay.
You can see how rich the soil is going to be, right?
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean, look.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So the fill soil was really void of stuff, and they've been blending these in with some of it,
Consistently.
and then a lot of the more black stuff and the stuff that has most of the debris in it, we're gonna get rid of. But you can see there,
along with all that
that's
garbage,
stacked pile of our mixed stuff.
Right.
You can see how,
All the way over there, that big mountain.
yeah.
Got it.
And you can see how nice.
And then look at how dark this is too, though. This is like really dark and rich.
Yeah. So some of this will actually go, and some of it will continue being blended in.
Okay.
Right under the fence. Doesn't even go behind you. Here, I'll show you. Oh no, I saw that one. No, there's one that comes out. I had a stake on it. Yeah, small one. ABS comes from there. I think it's right here. The little black key's gonna find it. So, right, so basically it follows this. We knock this off a little bit with a shovel this one. We'll be digging all over here. So is it live or? It's live in green. So, alright.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Shit, I had a post set right on it for you. I have no idea. I know, so it's
They're scared to leave their garbage behind.
It crosses under here, right? Somewhere. Close to where you're at, Lloyd.
They know better than to leave their garbage behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the ditch.
So this is a ditch that they're doing for the swale, right? So they're excavating for the swale area.
Explain swale.
So the swale is like a
Please.
V ditch or a U-shaped depression in the landscape
Okay.
that will be able to transport all the water coming in from the various pipes
Right.
from the colony.
Okay.
And so we're putting it into a swale, just like we have in the parking lots. Those are swales. Water will be able to soak into the ground, and then we'll be able to transport down, and we're going to have 2 filters on this side. So even if we get too much water and I can't absorb any more water, it'll go through the pipe, through the filter, and then back in the lagoon. So it'll go through 2 forms of filtration.
Wow.
Before it ever goes back in the lagoon. And that's what he's digging now.
Got it.
Right? And then the road is, you can see there's kind of a finished area. Up here, I want you to see the bank slopes. Get the gist of it.
Let me do that paint on that next power pole.
Where's that other one you found?
So this is
Jump
what they're
down
building for the swale. You
Yeah.
want me to jump down there?
Yeah, jump
Okay,
down here.
hold on.
I'll stand right in front of
Okay, this
what's
might
the
be
remainder of
scary.
that pipe, so you can see it. Sit on your butt.
Okay, I did it.
See the pipe right here?
Oh, you mean this thing?
Yeah, so you see.
That's a pipe?
No, so you see the round part
Oh,
right
this right here.
there? Yeah.
Okay, I see this. Yes.
So that was a pipe that was running, that runs to the lagoon.
This clay pipe, correct? Okay, got it.
12-inch clay pipe.
That was running into the lagoon.
Yeah. Remember the pipes that we
Yes,
saw?
yes, yes.
That's what that is.
Absolutely.
I'll run up here and I'll show you what we.
Okay, I need to get back up. Hold on. Okay. Okay.
right? So that
Holy crap. Okay, now I get it.
that was the beginning of that pipe, right, where it started.
Right.
That used to be a drainage that went straight from the colony into the lagoon.
Wow. Straight from the colony and into the lagoon.
Yeah. And it may have been, I don't know when it was.
Last functioning?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't know when it was last functioning. Okay.
But it used to go straight into the lagoon.
It used to go straight into the major part of the lagoon.
Yeah,
Correct?
Right where we're standing.
Right where we're standing.
Basically right in line with where that.
So it came from the homes, through the pipe, and into the lagoon.
At one time, that was.
At one time. We will specify at one time.
So that's Ray digging our swale.
Okay, so Mark, let's talk about the plant list again.
Okay.
So the plants, Steve and I, we went to Zuma Lagoon and Point Magoo.
Yes.
Okay, so the vegetation seems to be fairly similar between all the lagoons. So is that
yeah,
how it's going to be here?
Yeah, there's a similar type of vegetation for this type of habitat, right?
Right.
We actually will have probably a little bit more variation because we have a fresher water system, although Zuma has a fairly fresh water system.
Right.
So between the two, very similar types of vegetation. The vegetation that was selected for this area is based on all the historical data and all the historical reports we have of what used to occur here,
Right.
or what should occur here. And like I said, all the seeds that we've collected over the last year and a half, 2 years, have been either from Malibu Lagoon, from Magoo Lagoon, or from Ballona wetlands.
Got it.
So that we have a diverse seed supply and diverse genetic stock coming back into the system.
Okay, so
And so here, so you can see, that's kind of, right there is what this shape of this channel is going to ultimately look like.
Wow.
Right there is where we actually hit almost finished grade.
wow. And back where that truck is, that's where the picnic area is going to be?
Correct.
Okay. So when is the vegetation going to start going in?
We have to do a site visit to the 3 nurseries where the plants are growing
Right.
next week,
Right.
and check the condition of the vegetation,
Right.
and make sure that we're
So these are seeds that you have already put into growth,
yeah.
and you're going to go check whether they're ready to actually plant.
Right. We have to check the deepness of the roots. One of the
Oh,
things.
wow.
One of the things that's required from the growing contract.
Right.
So we go to the nurseries, make sure there's no pests, make sure that everything is the way it should be, and then we go. Then we'll take delivery of the plants. We're hoping probably the first week in October.
And you will need volunteers for that, correct?
Not so much for the planting, but more for after we plant the plants, to do the to do weeding around those plants, right? So we'll have to do some careful weeding at first to make sure that nothing's encroaching into our plant area and that they have the optimal time to grow, right? Or nothing's, competing with them for resources and for nutrients and stuff. And then once those plants get established, we shouldn't have an issue anymore.
And then you'll bring in approximately how many volunteers, do you think?
It'll vary. I mean, over the course of this, we're going to be doing a little maintenance for 5 years. So over the course, we'll probably do at least monthly events after it gets established. Maybe more frequent before it gets established. And it's a big site, so we could have a lot of volunteers. We could have, a couple hundred each time we come here, and have plenty of room.
Okay, so this excavator right now is digging pads for the footings for the observation point.
And for the winter ramp
Okay.
and summer clock.
Okay, which, explain again about the waters? The water
so this
level?
one will actually be connected to that Y, this side of the Y.
Okay, yeah, I see
and
the
it will
Y.
actually, when you get a high tide above 6 feet, or the lagoon is closed and the water level is above 6 feet, it will slowly start to flood up on that ramp.
Okay.
It's a really gradual ramp. So sometimes you'll be able to walk all the way to the bottom of the observation deck.
Right.
Look out, look right over the water. It's actually touching the water. And sometimes you'll only be able to walk a certain distance down it because it'll be full of water.
Right.
So it tunes the visitor into the tide and tidal elevations and how seasonal lagoons work, right? When they're closed, they fill up higher, and when they're open, they have different tide levels.
Right. So he's digging the footings right now to lay the concrete next week for the actual observation point that's going to be right there.
Yep.
Great. Well, that's going to be exciting to watch.
And then that right there is probably, that mound of dirt is probably the start of our amphitheater area.
This mound of dirt right here will be the amphitheater.
Or that's starting to form the shape of the
Okay. A lot has transpired here in the last week and a half.
Yeah. They're making their push, right? So they can breach their temporary dike by October 15th.
Right.
And I've had them working several days from 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
So they've been working overtime to get this done.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
We've got a lot of overtime days. The contractor's serious about getting the work done. The state obviously is serious about getting the work done. So we are pushing as hard as we can. Even with the delays that we've had because of snowy plover habitat, dewatering, and whatever.
Nothing is going to keep you guys behind schedule. Not even foolishness.
They're pushing it as hard as you can, right?
That's awesome.
So
Look, they're committed to getting the job done. What more can you ask?
That's about all I can ask.
Exactly.
So right now, I'm still very optimistic that we'll meet that deadline, and
everything else seems to be looking amazing.
Yep, they're getting there, right? So
right.
We've got certified grade on the lowest 3 foot of the channels. So the lowest 3 foot of the channels are pretty much 100% done.
Right. That's awesome. Okay, we'll be back here next week for the concrete. We're excited.
And the world